Welcome, Ninja. Up until now, you've been trained to accept the maxim, seeing is believing, by trusting in the things your eyes can see, your hands can touch, and science can prove. But what if this understanding of the world is just part of the picture? The law of assumption challenges this principle and flips it on its head, introducing this profound shift in perspective. Believing is seeing. Let that sink in for a moment. It's not about waiting to see it to believe it. It's about believing it so strongly and fervently that you start to see it. It's not about blindly believing without reason or evidence. It's about realizing that your beliefs and assumptions are the sparks that ignite the process of change in the physical world. In this perspective, you're not just attracting or responding. You are creating, by acting as if your desires are already a part of your current reality. Let's explore this further. According to the law of assumption, you can attract what you want into your life by acting as if you already have it. It is all about the assumption you choose to adopt, as it involves convincing your mind into believing that you already possess what you want. This is a philosophy proposed by Neville Goddard, a Barbadian New Thought author and speaker on spiritual topics. In his lectures and books, Goddard taught that rather than waiting for something to happen, the law of assumption takes a more proactive stance. It states that by adopting the feeling of your wish already being fulfilled and fully living in that state in your imagination, you have the power to make it a reality. This assumption is not just a belief or wishful thinking. It involves a deeper emotional and mental acceptance, as if the desired state is your current reality. It's about painting a vivid picture in your mind, a picture so real and so tangible that it leaves no room for doubt or disbelief. You can look at the pages of history to see the power of this principle. Many world-changing inventions and advancements sprang from the minds of those who dared to imagine. The light bulb, the airplane, the internet. These were all born out of a belief in something that didn't yet exist in physical form. These inventors assumed and profoundly believed that their ideas would inevitably come true, and they did not stop believing in them until those ideas manifested into reality. The law of assumption can be tricky to apply for many of you, because you're taught to believe only in what you can see. Consequently, it becomes difficult to embrace a concept like the law of assumption because it requires a leap of faith into the realm of the imagination and the unseen. This pattern of seeing is believing can keep you stuck in a reality loop. This means ending up in a continuous cycle of seeing, believing, and then experiencing the same things without any significant change in your life. For example, if you firmly believe that you're stuck in a dead-end job, this belief will shape your reality, making you experience more of the same. If you're constantly affirming your current circumstances as the ultimate truth, there's no room for you to assume a different and more desirable state, and you will keep encountering more situations that reinforce that belief. So, for example, let's imagine you want a promotion at work. The law of assumption asks you to believe and feel as if you've already received the promotion, even if your current circumstances show you're still in your old position. It requires a shift from the familiar pattern of seeing is believing to a new pattern of believing is seeing. It is like deciding to leave the hamster wheel and take a different route in your imagination, which will eventually manifest in the real world. It might feel uncomfortable at first, but with practice, you can learn to trust your beliefs just as much as what you see with your eyes. This is the key to unlocking the transformative power of the law of assumption. Now, there are practical ways to really put the law of assumption to work, but first you need to understand how the subconscious mind tends to resist change. The subconscious mind plays a crucial role in how you perceive and interact with reality. It's like the autopilot mode of your mind, storing your past experiences, learned behaviors, and deep beliefs. It helps you navigate your life without needing to consciously think about every single action or decision. But this efficiency comes with a downside. Your subconscious mind tends to be resistant to change and wants to keep things just the same. Think of your subconscious mind like a well-trained guard dog. Its job is to keep you safe, which often means sticking to what it knows. Change, even if it's positive, can be seen as a potential threat because it's unknown. So, when you try to assume a reality that is different from your current circumstances, your subconscious mind may push back. This resistance can manifest as doubt, fear, or disbelief. For example, if you've been struggling financially and you start to assume a state of wealth, Your subconscious mind might trigger limiting beliefs like, "This isn't possible," and questions like, "You've always struggled with money. Why would it change now?" This is your subconscious mind trying to pull you back to the familiar territory of financial struggle. The goal here is to retrain that trained guard dog, your subconscious mind, to understand that this change, this new assumption, is not a threat, but a pathway to a better reality. So now you might be wondering, all right, but how do I actually put this law of assumption into action in my life? Before we wrap up, if you're finding this video insightful and helpful, please consider giving it a thumbs up. Your like really helps support this channel and reach more like-minded people like us. And if you're interested in exploring more about the powers of your mind, please consider subscribing to the channel as well. Thank you, Ninja. The main key to effectively applying this law is the ability to embrace the desired feeling. But your actions should reflect it as well. Think of it as method acting in your own life. Just as a skilled actor fully embodies their character, you need to fully assume the role of someone who already has what you desire. To do this, you need to use all of your senses and feelings to create a clear picture of the state you want to be in. One effective way to practice this is through journaling, daily affirmations, and frequent visualization. This could mean setting aside time each day to close your eyes, envision yourself living in your desired state, and write down your desires as if you already have them. Write as many specific details as you can. Imagine what it looks like, how it feels, and even what it tastes, smells, or sounds like. Write it all down and feel it. The more real it feels to you, the more effective your assumption will be. Suppose you're adopting the mindset of prosperity. You need to embrace the feeling of abundance, security, and freedom that wealth brings to you and your family. When you allow yourself to experience these feelings, you're effectively watering and caring for your garden of positive outcomes. This shifts your focus from scarcity to abundance, from fear to courage, and from doubt to certainty. You will attract positivity, wealth, and success because that's the energy you're already radiating. You will start seeing more opportunities instead of obstacles. If you're assuming a mindset of health, for example, then you'll start engaging in activities that healthy people do, like regular exercise, a balanced diet, and adequate sleep. When you align your actions with your chosen assumption, it serves as a powerful reinforcement, validating and strengthening your belief in that desired state. Now, here's something very important to keep in mind. The law of assumption doesn't encourage you to ignore or deny your current circumstances or difficulties. After all, they are a part of life, and they need to be addressed. However, when it comes to manifesting a different reality, the law of assumption advises not to let your current circumstances dominate your mental and emotional state, but rather to choose not to give them the power to undermine your desired state. This isn't a denial of the current reality, but a shift in focus. It's choosing to invest your energy into creating the reality you desire, rather than perpetuating the reality you're trying to change. And if you are having doubts, see it as a sign that you're challenging your old beliefs and stepping out of your comfort zone, which is a vital part of your growth and self-improvement. So, choose your assumptions wisely, and remember that everything is working out in your favor, Ninja. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.